I have a
All right, cool. So we look at what the market has. That wanted to that we're gonna look at it together. Looking at AU structure, but the continuation, we will go over them trade structure and low risk. So we're not looking. Okay, you a collapse opportunity. It's taking forever to load. Give me a second. How you been? You been good?
Hi, can you hear me? Hiya.
Yeah, I can hear you. How you been?
All right, thank you.
It was breaking. I know sometimes over Zoom. Oh, yes. In pairs, but if you want to look
Okay,
at
on
it,
then. Can you hear me?
let's see if this you know.
I think I went. Did you hear what I said?
No, now I can.
All right, so I'm saying I got to leave at 8:45, so we'll just look. I look at your charts because I got to leave out the door at 8:45.
Quarter to okay, cool. All right then. This USD JPY that we was looking at, and as I said at the start of the call, both of these trades I'm going to be looking at today, which is USD JPY and US30, they're going to be order flow trade. Okay, they're not going to be structured trades because the structured trades that we took this week was AU and ACAD, and they got broken to the upside, so they're bullish lower time frame now. Okay, so looking at this, this was our leg, and it's still our leg because we haven't done anything yet. What we went and done was we tapped into this lower time frame slingshot. We accumulated, made a new high, distro, accumulated, reaccumulated, made a new high. Okay, so order flow has now changed, as well as lower time frame and intraday were bullish. Now looking at this, we can see this was our high here, and we made a new bullish order flow high. Okay, then what that means is basically we're now being maintained bullish by this low here. Okay, by this accumulation here. And then we could see price break after giving us that distro. We can see that redistro coming in, and then just price walking itself down into our bullish extreme, right? Now, a couple of things that I don't like about this is we've got a distro inside the distro here, okay? So we can see the sellers are still intact. But nonetheless, we could see price maintaining its bullishness from this order flow low extreme here. So now looking at this, let's follow the order flow low. This is what was maintaining the order flow. Then we pushed in a new low, which meant this is what was maintaining the holding it. And then we got that break. Okay, we got the inside break here, the fractal break here. Okay, now up. Okay, that 140-minute here, both of this candle. And if you was to just do the high to the low, okay, and then, we was looking at this, go and get that, something like this, okay, to make a new order flow high. This would be about two, maybe, if you was to get it down to 30 pips, this would be a 3-to-1. Okay, so let's look at what we can do. So around here, we can see that price tapped into this at the same time. This then went ahead and created a new order flow. So what's now maintaining our order flow from this high is this, right? This is the low. This is not some of it. Okay, cool.
So
let's
look right here is the maintaining, yeah?
Yeah, because let's look at this, right? We made it high, and then we walked our way back down into the extreme of it. Okay, and from the extreme, the reaction we got is this booth. Yeah. So now we're looking inside this to get an entry.
Yeah.
You with me?
That here is lower though, isn't it? right there.
Yeah, that was, that's the low. That was the, so let me mark it up for you. So this whole area here was the bullish extreme of order flow. Order flow.
Yeah.
Okay, and the slingshot would be somewhere here. Flow break, right? So bullish slingshot, order flow. Okay, so here I guess you could have gone ahead, and I don't know if you had like a to that low. We didn't quite come into the 80%, but we tapped into that 50% nicely.
Yeah.
Can you see? So I don't know if it was, so we're trying to reduce that.
A 30 pip stop loss.
Yeah, that's a 5 pip stop loss.
That's too big, isn't it?
If you was to just take it from that 50, if you were to take it from the 80, that would have been slightly better, about 14 pips. But from that to even make it, what we would like to make a new high here, that's your 5 to 1. So this, yeah, still not great. Okay, anyway, so we tapped into for that micro entry inside, right? So when price, this is nice. Can you see this micro in here?
Right, yeah.
Very nice, right? Very nice. So we've got this micro in here. Yep. So let's quickly label it. There's our AR. Our secondary test is right here. And from that secondary test, we got an upward thrust action. UA is here. And then we come in for that secondary test in phase B, following with a spring. Okay. And we can see the creek somewhere like that. So there's our creek. Okay. So there's our type 1 sitting right here. So now if you was to look at what we need to break, well, got this low here, price pushed in this hand, so this to that, and when price pushed in from there to there, so we need that, about that to break, right?
Which it did.
Yep. So we got that break here. I mean, just about, it seems like equal lows, but I don't know if on different brokers. So there's the bullish move, right? Now, when we got that straight away, we look at, after that break, we look at our point of interest. Well, we've got a reaccumulation in here, reaccumulation, and then we've got another reaccumulation up in here, and then we've got the accumulation that caused it. Accumulation here, okay. So we could be, let's say 20, 30. 20, okay. So somewhere around there, we could have a limit sitting at that 80, because this is at the extreme, okay. And something like this is definitely, right? Yeah. So this is something definitely worth looking at. I mean, definitely look at where price comes into the reaccumulations that cause the break. So here we can see price traded through the first true slingshot, but then it tapped into the second one to make it look cleaner. Okay, so price traded through that first accumulation. A couple of things that we could have done just to find some confluence. Just measure the whole move from here to here. So we tapped into 50% of that. And you want to measure, you can even measure from this whole move as well, from that to that. We tapped in around 50% of that. And then what we can even do is we can do from here to here, okay? And we tapped into about 50% of that. And then if you want to, we can look at the retracement. Okay. So we can see there's a lot of confluence sitting right in here, just that area here, right?
Yeah.
So this is one new thing I don't like about this is, look at this, this came in at for midnight for us, okay, midnight for us. And there's that low, so we could look at it like this, throw a little bit of risk into that, or you can even look at it like that, okay, if you want to do it either way. Let's go for the highest stop loss, tapped into this. Now ideally for me, I would put it onto here. Reason why is because then it'd be about here somewhere, so then if this gets clapped, then this is going to get activated. But we can see that this got this tapped in. We were in this, because the one thing I want to be doing is I want to be looking at the trade management side of it, right? So partials and stuff. So let's come back to it like an intraday. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at making a new high up in here. Okay, so this is where we're going to be looking to close our trade. That is a 20 to 1, which is good. Something up in here. Okay. Right. So this is where we're going to be taking. Okay. So pay risk. Okay. And at the same time, this is also the Asian highs as well. So it's beautiful. Okay. Order flow. So we're going to be risking, and this is selling short. So it's going to be 50. It's going to be half of a tenth. So now let's come back down into this. So 25 bucks is sitting on here, right? Okay, so when we made a new high, which was here, right here, we would have gone to reduce risk. Okay, so we're currently on break even. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this. Okay, so we're currently on break even here. Break even. We've already been to reduce risk, and we're currently at break even. So what does that mean? That means we can now put aside risk to play. 25 bucks, right? Okay. We can bring that 25 bucks back. So that, and then when we make this new higher pair, we're going to be taking some partial. The risk being 25 bucks. So we're going to be, let's wait on that.
But when you get to here, TK, you're going to take some partials.
No, I'm going to be taking partials.
Okay.
Here. Yeah. So yeah, here. This one I'm going to be taking some partials. So now I'm going to be taking. And this is not partial. This is just risk taken. 25 bucks.
Okay.
So I've paid myself the risk that I've put in. So this is currently at that 25 bucks is currently sitting at 295.
Can I ask a question there, please?
Yeah.
So when you're going to take your partials, do you mean that you're just reducing your lot size?
So I'm chipping away from my lot size, yes.
Oh, right. Oh, that's how you do it. Because really, you can't, you'll probably get more than $25.
Say that again?
Because you'll probably get more than $25 what you risk.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But remember, okay. I'm looking, this is just for me to pay my risk.
And
okay.
Then go break even. Take your risk and then you went break even, yeah?
No, I went break even already. When we made this new high,
right.
yeah? You see, it says break. Yeah, I went to break even first. Well, the first thing I've done was I went to reduce risk. When we done this, I went to reduce risk. Then when we made this new high, I went to break even.
Okay.
Now we went above this high. I'm paying my risk.
Yeah.
When we go above this high, I'm going to be taking partials.
Right. Okay.
That's my trade management with this trade. Okay. And then I believe this is the same high. Is this the new? Yeah. So taking partials. Yeah. When we make a new order, in 25 bucks out of it, take 25 away from what we've got. Okay. So now let's see if we can maybe add some more trade into that, right? So we can see Asian session here. We can see Frankfurt. We're truly, and the trade is sitting at risk free. So if break even was to get hit, I'm not going to my break, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So okay, so we kicked into New York, pips away. Yeah, so about 25 pips away from the high that we was doing. Maybe we just wait for the trade to get hit here, and there you go. Okay, so Frankfurt tapped us in. So high, right? So risk was taken here. How's that trade? Why is it still going on? Okay. Order close. And this 25 bucks is currently sitting at 606.88. So
not bad.
606.88 minus 125 is 188 plus, yeah. So this is that. And let me just quickly do backtesting. And we've still got 25 bucks to play, right? Okay, so total trades we took was 1. Total risk was 0.05. Total risk to reward was, I believe, was 606.88. Total stop loss 0. Total break even 0. Time in trade. So we got in from here to the take profit was 1 day 10 hours. So I'm going to put it 1 day 11. 1 day 11 hours. Time for setup. So when we got this break here, price went up 3 days and then came back into point of interest. And then we got the break here. So 5 days, 6 hours. 5 days, 6 hours. Confirmation present. So lower time frame, and intraday bullish, order flow bullish.
Can I ask another question, GK?
Yeah.
So when you went into this trade, did you use the PSC or you just went one order?
No, this would be, so when we made that booth here, then I'll go into the PSC. After that, when we got the booth, it would take us another 2 hours for price to come back into the point of interest that I would be looking at.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so we had enough time. 2 hours is more than enough. MetaTrader 5, and put all of that in.
Okay, right.
Okay, and then just, yeah, leave that like that. Okay, cool. Come back down to an hour. Right, so this is it here. So this was the first trade out that well, could have been very nice, basically. Yeah, and the happen afterwards was, it just kind of collapsed because we're currently trading. Nonetheless, it's still beautiful. From 0.05% risk, which is, very minimal.
Yeah.
So now for me, we're back to bearish because now you see this yeah, so sorry, this is when we made this new high, this is what was maintaining. So we're back to bullish, but the actual leg is still this. This is still the actual leg. So until for me we go and trade below that somewhere here, then we'll be back to true bullish, but we'll see. So that was UJ. Definitely one, definitely gave us the price action that we like to see inside the point of interest. I would say definitely for sure. Okay, and the trade management was definitely there. So that was that. The other one that was a beautiful one, and it's definitely worth backtest this point of interest by yourself. I'll just pull up a new chart here real quick.
How much you
Okay, so let's do a quick top down on this. Okay, high time frame we're bullish, right? I don't think it phases the whole market. We're still bullish. So we look at that structure. High time frame we're bullish. It's intraday and lower time frame that we're bearish. So bearish, intraday, and lower time frame. Okay, that's up in here now.
hold on a minute? I know the
looking at it-
the higher time frame bullish. What did you just write intraday?
Say that again.
Where did you put the intraday?
I'm doing it now.
I thought I saw you wrote something. Okay.
So this was what was holding previous intraday, but we broke that now. So my intraday has been maintained up here. Intraday structure. Okay. Now looking at this, then so that's our intraday. We're going to drop back down into lower time frame now. Okay, lower time frame is super easy because this was our low, and this is our new low. So this must be holding that high up here, right? So this is our lower time frame. Now at the same time, lower time frame structure plus, because if you was to look at this straw up in here is holding lower time frame bearish, extreme, bearish extreme intraday. Oh. Okay. Oh, and this daily looks nice. And actually, I'm gonna, yeah. And this here is the slingshot that caused the break. Bearish slingshot.
You know, when you were on the 3-day and you managed to just look at it and you worked out your intraday, I just can't get brain into this intraday. I understand the lower time frame leg, but you were on the 3-day and you managed to just
but it doesn't. So look, the 3-day or the 1-day doesn't really matter. Like this on the daily, and if you was to look at this low on the 3-day, it's the same.
It's the same. I remember you did say it's the same.
It just gives you the daily is just more spaced out. The daily is just more spaced out than the 3-day. Okay, so now onto like training your eyes. Just keep doing it, and it will just happen. You'll just see it again and again and again. And I know this is something that sounds very off. Okay. Okay, cool. So bearish low time our slingshot, and I will. So this is where we was trading at. Okay, now for me, my slingshot is. Okay, there you go. Why? Because we've got our redistro in here, and read distro, and we can see the as. Okay, cool. So this is our point time frame slingshot. I've got a low time frame extreme structure as well as an intraday slingshot, and I've got the intraday. Okay, so when price is going to come there, that's where I'm going to be looking for sales. So that's what I have to wait for now, and I'm going to be looking for
schematic.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for a distro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So would you?
So there you go.
You're going to.
The price comes in. Oh,
you're going to wait for it to come up here.
Hello?
Here. There.
Yeah. So let me bring it back.
Yeah.
Yep. So now my alert would go off that says look for a distro format, and here we can't really see anything. You know, nothing interesting. Even the 30 minutes volume being formed or nothing like that, right? So looking at this, I need price not to trade above this area, because if price trades above this area, we're back to bullish, and I'll be coming back, and I'm going to be coming into the lower time frame. Sure, I don't need price to be trading above that. So price coming in and straight away didn't. So now looking at this, what do we see? And then I'm going to wait. Okay, now, oops. Okay, cool. So we can see this, and we can see that we from here, which means this leg is now being maintained by this low to this high. Now inside this position, we can see an accumulation in here. Okay, there's a 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive accumulation, and we can see this that caused the break, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is, so this somewhere in here is where I'm going to be looking. That's going to be my slingshot.
And there would be your extreme.
What was that? You was breaking up.
That's your slingshot. So would here be your extreme?
Yeah, that's going to be my extreme. Exactly. So somewhere there's going to be my extreme of order flow.
Okay, yeah. Because it's not structure, it's just order
Okay.
flow.
It's not structured, okay, but we still got some, nice movement. Like we still got another, 5% of the market. Yeah, 5% profit that we can jump into. Okay, cool. So now we've done that, and we're going to be looking at it stage by stage. So let me just clear this. Yep. Let me make a note of that. Slingshot invalidate. The first thing I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to be looking inside this SC area here, this reaccumulation. So just to throw a couple of fibs out there. So there's the 50% and there's the 80%, right? So now we just have
Hold
to
on
wait for
2
price to come
seconds.
into it.
Did you just do was it the spring? Is
Say
that
again?
what you measured? Just this here?
No, I measured the reason
Oh,
why
right
is
there.
because that because this didn't actually break that high. So you can see this didn't engulf it. I mean, we can do that just to, we can see if you can find some confluence inside that. There you go. Okay, so there's your 50%. There's the whole move of it, 50%. The 80% is actually quite closer together than the 50. Okay, cool. Now let's see what's going to happen. Risk. Where is my? Oh shit. Go with your 50% if you want to there.
Yeah.
So that's what, that's 19. So about 20 points. What's this one? 12. Okay, let's go with this one here. 12, so 13 points, and let's just say we're risking at $25. Okay, and then we need to make a new high here. So there's your 10 to 1, right? And then ultimately we'll be looking for price to come up into here. But for now, we're just going to be taking partials. Right, let's see. There's that. Right, so does it come lower? Not quite. Okay.
Yeah.
Not quite. And at the same time, we can see the order flow is changing. 50%. And then we just go and make a new high until we go and make a new high, because I need to know that the market. So now this limit, I'm going to delete that. It's not worth it because we have tapped into an area of demand, and we are going to pull this back. So the first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need for us to make a new high. Something that we can look to trade into.
Yeah.
Okay, does it do that? Oh, ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Does it make a new? There's Asian price action. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now it's definitely clear. Now it's definitely. So now what can we see? We can see the same thing, rinse and repeat. We can see an ugly accumulation, you're lucky. And we can see a reaccumulation in here. And that was what caused the break. You can see the start of a distro, but I'm not going to put that out yet. And come into that. So I'm not, because we're all into this extreme here. So, okay, I'm not going to need to wait for the break to happen, which is going to be here. And there we go. Okay, we get the break. Now we got the break. I'm going to throw my Fibonacci retracement has started. So there's the 80, there's the 88.8 ends up. If I was to do that whole move from that to that, okay, I can see the 80%. And even if I was to go and do this whole move from here to here, there's so that 80% lines up with this 88.8.
Don't stop there a minute, GK. Show me that move that whole move that you measured.
So the first move I've done was from here to here to look for a discount. Then the second thing I've done was from here to here, and then the third I've done was this last move here.
Okay, right, I'm with you. Okay,
cool. So now I can see there's a couple of confluence inside this whole box here. So from that 50 to that 88.8, it's going to be my point of interest. I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of these fibers. Okay, and actually let me leave the last one. Here was that. Somewhere in there is where I can go and place a limit now, something like that. And again, we're looking to make a new high. That's going to give you about an 81. And price coming in. Okay, so now we're getting close to that. And this is also New York, getting to New York session. Okay, so damn, so I missed that limit there. And at this point, I'm not going, did we tap into the area? Yes, we can see that here. Okay, we tapped into the point of interest. And what can we see form? There's your micro inside, right? There's no micro accumulation. And at the same time, we have gone and got this booth. Okay, yeah. So we tapped in, looked at it, I think even that 80%, because we tapped into perfectly of that 80%, I think, of this whole move. No, we missed that. I think it was 80% of, yeah, there you go. So 80% of that move there, no problem, right? Because there's always going to be another entry, and we're going to look at that one. For me, I'm going to be paying attention into this here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to calculate the whole move from that high to that low. And I'm going to do this whole move. Okay, so 80% is lining up within that, so that's good. I'm going to do, it can do so this whole move here. Okay, so can you see how 80% of this move, 80% of this move is here?
Yeah.
80% of this move is here. 50% of this move is here. So X marks the spot.
Yeah.
As what Mike would say.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm willing to throw a little bit of risk, stop loss here, and then we're going to go and make a new high there, and I want to delete all of this. All of this looking is this one here.
What's the stop loss?
Okay. So the stop loss is 8.3 points.
Okay, 8 pips. Yeah.
So about 80 pips. But this is good. This is good considering it's it got clapped, right? Oh, I wonder if this came into that previous limit. Right, this is good. This is interesting. No, it didn't. Okay. So we're down 25 bucks. I'm gonna make a note of that. We're down 25 bucks on here, right? Because we can see the spring. 1, 2, 3 drive now. So now what do I need? I'm gonna delete this. And I'm gonna put this one up here because that's what we need. And this nothing, right? Is even better. I need to get that break. Without that break, I'm not gonna do anything. Okay, so there's Asian. Right, and there's
just about.
Oh, so this is interesting.
Did it break, innit?
It did. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because this is the high, and then there's the high there, so it broke. So this is the break that we needed to get. Right, there's my 80%. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Let me put that one here, and then I'm going to, I think, 3, 6, 9, so 9, so do from that high to this low, we do 80%. Okay, so for me, I like how, no, not so much. Okay, so okay, so now I'm looking to throw something up in here. So this was previously 8.3. Now this is 5.6. So it's even less of a stop loss high here. We're still targeting this high. So this is giving us a 20-1, which is beautiful, right? Okay, so let's see what happens. Right ahead and delete.
Oh, that would look how it's still near the stop. the moment. Okay.
Say that again?
I thought it touched the stop
Okay,
loss.
so
It's just you
no,
moving a
the
different.
stop loss was here. Let's clear all of this. This one here, this one here. Okay, so I'm gonna need to wait for me to make. Okay,
Oh,
and
but
then
GK,
yes,
hold on. Here, did it hit your stop loss?
no,
It's
my
not.
stop loss is at the bottom of this, isn't it? At the bottom of that
Oh,
wick
right.
here.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's close though.
Okay,
Isn't it?
so I'm gonna reduce risk here, and we make a new high. I'm going to go to break even here, right? And then when we make a new high after that, I'm going to pay my risk maybe somewhere up in here. Pay risk somewhere up in here. Okay. Action. So let's see. Okay, so boom. Whoops. I'll delete that. I'll delete this. Okay, so we've reduced risk on here. Now guess what? We've got again. This is your accumulation in here, and this is your reaccumulation up in here. Reaccumulation, and that reaccumulation is your SC because that is what broke the high, the Asian high here. Okay, so reduce, and I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to do inside that 50%. We can see there's another micro reaccumulation. So we can do something like that and play off that 50% in here. So we can do that to here.
Oh, you put your stop loss right there.
Yeah, the stop loss will be right here because if this gets clapped, then we'll be looking at much lower prices. Okay, so boom, boom. Okay, and I should say we've reduced, we saved $5 from this trade here from reduced risk. Actually, let me just do. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's wait. There's the break. So the retracement had actually the. This is showing me that 88.8 and that 80% is lined up with this 80% here. Okay, so that's another area that we can look out for. Okay, so prices coming in nicely. There's the stock prices coming in here now. So a couple of things I'll be paying attention to is the order flow price coming. So there's the low, and there's the low, and there's that new low. So this is what's maintaining it. If we break that, then I'll be looking for this entry up in here to go and make it higher.
Right.
Okay, so let's see, because she's trading very high to that. So do we break it? Looks like, yeah, we did. Okay, to the point of interest, yes. Okay, so it didn't tap into what you wanted, which is a couple of pips away. But does that make it wrong? No, not necessarily. So this is a miss trade. Okay, nonsense off. And we tapped into the slingshot. Okay, and what do we have? So this is now deleted. We go and we've got a booth. Right. So same thing, rinse and repeat. Let's come back down to like a 2. I'll be waiting for this whole move. Okay. And there's our slingshot, but I'm not going to be paying attention to that. I'll be just taking it from that 50 here. Okay, something like 10 points to go higher up. So do we come in? Okay, so there's the break. No.
Okay.
Oh my days. So it didn't.
I missed it.
We bloody missed it. Okay. But here's where we could have caught that. So we missed this.
No, that was another.
Oh shit. What do you mean? Okay, so we missed it, right? But here's where we could have called the re-entry. So you see how we made a new high here?
Yeah.
Which meant this is what was holding it. When price came back, this was the accumulation inside the SC here that we could have caught. And here's where it was at. So from that high to that low, from this high to this low, there's your 88.8. It lines up perfectly with that 80%, and this is where you could have threw a little bit of risk. Even if you wanted to have it to that low, that's a two points. So for $25, trade management wise, reduce risk here, break even here. Break even here. Now at the same time, remember in this trade back down here, where it should be a break even as well. we went reduce risk, came down, went up after this. So this is where we went to break even on this first trade. So technically, break even, we had 25 bucks to play from this trade here. So we were still 20. So we're going to be paying risk in here.
Oh my God.
And then make a new high here. What was that?
I do enjoy. I was meant to be at the door at court this though, so you're gonna stick this up on the
Yeah, I'll put it in the backtest channel.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's finish off with this. Okay, cool. So there we go. We went to break even there. We're gonna pay risk here, and then we're gonna take partials. Let's look at this. Can we stack another entry in? Since we've got this is our accumulation. So I'm looking for price to make a new high and come back up into here to go higher up.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it comes down. Okay, so now we've paid risk on both trades. Okay, so paid risk 50 bucks is what we took out of that trade so far. Hold on, let me put. So this is sitting at 16 to 1. Pay risk 25 bucks. 16 to 1. And then this is a 26 to 1. Pay risk to another 25 bucks. Okay, now we go. And then up in here. Okay, so from the look of it, oops. So it hasn't come in quite yet, which is fine. We'll just have to wait for it. And then I think this does it. Oh, ever so slightly. But we have no reason for us to, if you wanted to. But from the looks of it, we can see demand is coming in, and I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure I would say chain there. Okay, so that was that trading form, because what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your accumulation.
Yeah.
There's your reaccumulation. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Distribution.
That caused the break to do something like that if he wants to respect that. Okay, so this is your SC and this is your MC into here. Okay, but
so
yeah, this
are you saying you would look for a trade here?
So I was looking at this, but we didn't get it quite. I mean, because when this buy, right, when we got this break, we did get it, and I'll show you what we got. I was looking at the premium. So, right, so I was looking around that 80%.
Yeah.
And so this is the break. Okay, now prices start to come here to here. Okay, and I was looking, you see how that 88.8 is very close to that 80%. So this is what I was looking for a hedge.
Yeah.
As a hedge, like at least, into this area here somewhere. This is already a 10 to 1. But what did we get? We came into 50% of it. Okay, we came into 50% and then we traded off. There you go. So yeah, not quite that. But I mean, if you wanted to do the 50% to here, it takes it goes from a 10 to 1 to about 3.5 to 1, 3.4 to 1. So not worth the okay, cool. Let's close this trade now. Put that here. So this 25 bucks is currently sitting at 525.45, and it's at 21 to 1, 545. So order close. 545. 21 to 1.
That's on your 25 bucks, yeah?
That's from the 25 bucks. Order close. This is sitting at a 30, I want to say. Yeah, or 39. 980. 980 minus 25. 555. 955. And that is a 39 to 1. And yeah, there's
not bad at all.
So we risk 50 bucks. We risk testing. Okay, so very quickly, total trades we took was 2. Total risk was 0.10%, 50 bucks. total R&R 39 plus 21, 60%. Total profit 955 plus 545 plus $50 is at 150545. Total stop loss 0. Total break even. Oh, sorry, we did have a stop loss, didn't we? Yeah, the stop loss here. So total stop loss was 1. So now I'm going to be taking $25 away from this, which is 480.45 minus $25. Total break even 0. Time in trade. So from here to here, 1.7.
Okay.
Trade 1. Is it 1 day? Yeah, 1 day, 7 hour.
I got to leave in a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
TJ.
I'm done
You
with
can wait
this
on
as
me,
well
though,
now.
Okay.
Trade
Oh, this is
2.
really good though. Thank you.
We're in
I'm gonna
this.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, not just, I mean, you watched it already, but definitely if you're struggling, then watch it again.
Yeah.
But if you feel a bit confident, definitely throw yourself out there and then backtest it yourself.
Yeah.
So what happened was, so okay, from this break here, tap into this and then this break here. So that was 22, so 23 hours. Trade 1, 23 hours. Trade 2. Trade 2 was when we made this new high here. Oh, hold on. So it was when we made this new high here. So about 2 hours on that one. 2 hours. Confirmation reason. I'll just leave all that one up. We talked about it. Okay, cool. So this is it here. All right, and I'll put this in. So I'm gonna put that up here.
Is this where price action is at the moment then? Yeah.
Say that again?
Okay. Where the price action is at the moment, yeah.
I still didn't hear you.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. So this is those were the 2 best trades that okay. Very another one that was really interesting lately, but so 500. Definitely spend some deal of market cycles. You could see them accumulating that to you, and then we can close off.
Look at that tomorrow if I can't do it now.
Yeah. So I mean, just look at how they're playing off each other. So high time frame slingshot, come back into it. This is the we've got an accumulation, we've got a reaccumulation, we've got a reaccumulation, and then this week, this was the reaccumulation here. So this was the slingshot, and we tapped into it. So after making a lower time frame high, we tapped into it, accumulated, and now we're going to alert here that says bullish order flow. Okay, so just continuation here. So yeah, very interesting. I would watch it. This is doing really well in my portfolio. I'll start. Sorry.
Continue. Oh, you keep moving the chart. I was going to show you the continuation there. Oh no, that's a day. You're on a daily now, so don't worry.
Okay. Well, this. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. I mean, this is doing about 25% off now. So I got into this like last year, so on the 19th of 10, and this is doing phenomenal. I'll definitely watch that and definitely do some back testing on that platinum on the channel.
Thank you.
No worries.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye.